Hey everybody, Dirty Dan again. Welcome back to Greasy Boy Customs. Back on the square body today. We've got our safety glasses handy. We got our tools handy. We're going to go ahead and start cutting out some of these things out of this floor and get ready to cut these floor pans out. So first things first, we need to get the stuff out of the way that doesn't need to be in here. Because the seats that had been put in here were welded to the floor, we've got to cut these out of the way. We're not replacing this section of the floor because it's solid. There's nothing wrong with it. It's a little bit of surface rust. There is no rot. Over here's a different story. We're going to cut this angle iron out of the way, get these seat belt mounts out of the way, and get the rest of these brackets cut out of the way. And then we'll go ahead and clean this up and get ready to cut out the rest of the floor. Some things you need to keep in mind, safety-wise, while you're doing this, is pay attention to where your sparks or your flames or whatever you're using to cut, pay attention to where that stuff is going. There are still flammable things in this truck. Most vehicles have an insulation on the firewall or things under, on, or in the dashboard that can catch on fire. Also, make sure you don't catch on fire. If you want to make it sound nicer, we call those a thermal event. It sounds a lot better and a lot less damaging. But anyway, wear your safety specs, wear ear protection if you need it, just pay attention. Now that we've got all the BS cut out of the way, we can focus on what part of the floors we're going to cut out. These floors are pretty much trashed, so we're just going to start cutting out all the bad flooring and getting it out of the way and decide with our new pans how much we're using and what's going where. All right, so we got the driver's side partially cut out. You can see we still have some pieces left in here. We have some grinding to do to take off some slack. One of the other things I need you to pay attention to when you're cutting floors out is things under the floors. You got fuel lines and vacuum lines and parking brake cables and brake lines. Look underneath and then look up and see what's down there. Oh yeah. All right. All right, me and Kyle got the bed off the truck so we can get to the cab corners and get the fuel tank out a lot easier. This is that pine straw we were talking about the other day that can easily catch on fire. This bed was a complete pain in the ass to do, right?
Yes.
And we had to cut every bolt, grind every bolt, drill every bolt out. It took almost 2 hours to get this damn bed off. Oh, there you go. The bed's off. So, like we mentioned, we had to take the bed off because we needed to get to the back of the cab corners. You can't access the back of the cab if the bed's still on there. Also, that tremendous amount of pine straw that was packed in between the bed and the cab was just a fire hazard waiting to happen. We went ahead and got the bed off, had Kyle help me with that and removing the fuel tank. When we got that out of the way and the lines capped off, then we can move on to the cab corners. Well, that's when things got worse. So we started on the one cab corner, got it marked out, tacked in place, and then we were looking more to the rockers and noticed that the rockers were bondoed all the way up into here and have more patches, and we're actually going to have to cut up into here a little bit. So again, this turned into a bigger job. So we took the front clip off, got it out of the way, which really wasn't too bad. Me and Kyle and Coffee got this whole front clip off just like you see it, with minimal disassembly. We actually could have left the hood on there, I guess, and it took like 15 minutes. Wasn't too bad. Nice to have a little bit of help, but now we can access this. So we found more pine straw, of course, and more holes and all kinds of goodies. We do have all the sheet metal panels in now. They've all arrived. We've got a lot of the main part of the rust cut out. but this is going to turn into a much larger job. But on a good note, that means more videos. Everybody likes more videos. Stay updated with us. Watch the videos coming up. We're going to do some more work on this. We're going to get this back together. And now we got some other extra cool stuff we're going to go over that you may be doing on your truck as well. So has this turned into a shit show? Absolutely. I didn't expect anything else. But we're going to keep rolling because that's what the customer wants us to do. That's what we want to do. We're not going to abandon this project. Yeah, we could probably find another square body cab and swap it out, but it's not this truck then. There's no sentimental value attached to a different cab. So we're going to try our best to save this. Luckily, the customer, Jay, has been super awesome through all of this, and he understood that things were going to happen and things were going to pop up, and he's cool with it, and we're going to keep rolling with it, and we're going to get this work done. If you have any questions or comments, feel free to email me at greasyboycustoms@gmail.com or comment below. Let me know about your square body project and what kind of surprises you found when you were tearing it apart. Till next time, happy hot rodding.